This video is sponsored by the hundreds of you who have booked your Airbnb experience using our link in the description.
Whether you're planning a staycation or a week abroad, Airbnb is the perfect way to feel at home no matter where you are.
Save money on your first Airbnb booking. Click the link below and you help support the Way Away. Hello, fam from Helsinki, Finland. I'm Josh.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to the Way Away.
We are starting our summer Nordic series, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see more from the Nordics this summer.
Yeah, we made a whole itinerary video, so if you're interested in seeing where we're going this summer in the Nordics, you can watch that. But for today, we are here in Helsinki. We have been here before and made a few very fun videos, but today we are doing a city tour, and then we are going to go to the zoo that is on an island.
The tour has started. We are here at Senate Square, and first a bird's eye view of the history of Finland. For about 600 years or so, from I think the 12th century to the 19th century, Finland was ruled by Sweden. So there's two national languages here, Swedish and Finnish. And then in around 1809, I believe, Russia invaded and took over this place. And then in 1917, Finland petitioned for independence. Russia gave it to them. And then of course, during World War II, they were invaded twice and they fought off Russia. So they have a heavy Swedish influence, a heavy Russian influence, but for the last 100 years or so, they've been able to develop their own culture. We're gonna go explore that culture now.
We are now standing in front of the University Library, the main library.
We just stopped and visited the Helsinki University Library. Really cool. It's done in what's translated as the Finnish wow architecture style. Very beautiful, lots of light, open spaces. But real quickly about the education system, since we're learning about Finland today, there's compulsory education that's free for 9 years for everybody. And then university is essentially free. We pay 100 euros a year. And plus they can offer a 10,000 euro loan interest-free for 10 years or something like that. And they offer housing assistance as well as food assistance so that there's equality across the board and everyone gets a chance to do well and get higher education.
It sounds amazing that it's free, but they actually pay super high taxes to make it possible for
There's
them
always
to pay
little,
for education
little asterisks
and
there.
healthcare.
Yeah.
They also learn Swedish in schools, and so when you're walking down the streets you see two different signs, or when we were on the metro we saw two different names and we couldn't figure it out because they look totally different, but it's actually the Swedish name and the Finnish name for all the roads, the streets, and the stops for the metros. That you should visit while here in Helsinki is Railway Square. Obviously they have the main railway to my right, and then National Theatre behind me, and right behind Josh is actually the National Museum, where you can see lots of art from around Helsinki, and there are tons of cafes and fun little bars where you should sit out on the terrace because the sun sets right here and it's absolutely beautiful.
And just in front of the National Theatre is the statue of Alexis Kivi. He is a Finnish writer, and especially revered one because he is the first writer to write a novel in Finnish that was fully successful. I think it was in the early 1900s when they were probably still under Russian rule, so it was obviously a big deal. And to this day, he is well regarded and celebrated as sort of bringing about Finnish culture into its own.
Supposedly in the original plans of creating this railway station, the architect planned to have bears on either side because it's the national animal of the country, but decided last minute that he wanted big strong men to be in front of it.
I guess the bears were still a little too romantic and old-timey.
Yeah, but I like bears. I think that would be cute.
We stopped for a little bit in the so-called Citizens Square. We have here a music hall, a library, and then behind me a theater where they perform art. And it's really cool. There's people sunbathing, there's people in Speedos just hanging out, and there's people biking and walking everywhere, picnicking as well. It's a really cool little spot. One cool thing about the library that I thought was super interesting, it's not just like an archive and place to look up information, which it also is, but you can rent rooms to do like video production and audio recordings, as well as 3D printers in order to just temp out ideas. It's a great place to just explore, learn, and to grow, like what a library should be. I think that's super cool. Finland is relatively expensive, Helsinki actually has some really, really good shopping. So, if you find this sculpture, the Three Smiths sculpture, you're basically in the center of the shopping for Helsinki. There is a Stockman right here. There's a place called the Forum just over there. And this street down here is full of little boutique shops and not just the mainstream stuff. So there's tons to do here. I already bought some face wash at a apothec, and it's just a fun place to get pretty much everything you need, really. Probably one of my favorite places to be like a local here. Maybe when you're done shopping, after you've had some food, come to Park Esplanadi. It's between two roads. It's just sort of this thoroughfare, a walkway that's also a park. Right next to it, of course, you've got all the shopping. So you can stop and just do whatever you want. As a general rule, it's a no point to fly drones in the center of a city, but I do like that Helsinki has outlined it specifically. In this area, no drones. And they've drawn on a map and put it on display for everyone. Well, it's a good thing I didn't bring my drone today. We have finished our tour at Market Square. We've actually covered this in a previous video where we did a food tour of Helsinki, so the link is up in the corner there, or just Helsinki Food Tour in YouTube search. Green Cap Tours was the one that we went with. It was actually really nice. It was informative. It wasn't like some of the other tours where they make up tall tales and jokes and stuff. It was very informative, and I personally like that, even though the tall tales are always fun.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about Helsinki is it's a small city center, and so we literally covered the whole city center in just a 2-hour
But it's not
tour.
tiny.
No, I love it.
Like a perfect size.
I feel so comfortable here and at home. I just really like this city.
If we didn't like Amsterdam so much, this might be like one of the top of my list of places to come during the summer.
Yeah, and if it didn't like freeze over completely and snow a ton, because that like is a big nope from me.
That said, might I encourage you to visit in the winter because there'll be nobody else here.
Well, and it would be really cool to see literally the sound freezes over.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so
crazy.
Cool.
But I'm hungry. I want to go get something that I've been like dreaming of since I've been in Helsinki before. It's snack time!
We came to a place called Phaser. We've actually been here before in our previous video that we shouted out before. We came to get a Karelia pie, and then also
a pula.
We've had these before, but we didn't do the Karelian pie properly, so we're gonna do that now.
So this is a little rice pie, and it actually has rye bread on the outside, and then they give you egg and butter to spread on it. Last time we were here, we did not have it with the egg butter, so we got in big trouble by all the Finns. So this time we're doing it right.
Slather it on. Is it warm?
No, it's not warm at all.
Oh, that's good.
And the butter is really cold, but I mean, I'm gonna put a lot on here. And it also has chives in it, which will add a nice little onion flavor. You can see the rice, the layer of rice in the butter. That's bomb.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Last time it was really, really dry because we didn't have the butter sauce. This is good. It's a very common snack for the Finns. You can find it at the grocery store for like 20 cents. It's super cheap. Here it's a little more expensive. I think it was €3 for just this little guy, but we're at a fancy place. I like it.
This is way better than the one we had last time. Like Ashley said, the butter adds a ton and it's moist now.
Okay, we're gonna have some more butter with this pula, which is a butter and sugar bun. So delicious bread, almost like a donut texture, and then the butter and sugar just boiled on top. So delicious.
You've been dreaming about this day for about a year or two now.
It is so, so good. Like, this is one of my favorite pastries I think I've ever had. It's like a cinnamon roll, but not. Like, as good as a cinnamon roll. It's up there.
Oh yeah, it's sweet. You can get an actual like butter flavor to it.
Sugar is crunchy.
It's sort of, yeah, it's sort of like a cinnamon roll, but no cinnamon flavor. Like a cinnamon roll without cinnamon flavor. Like that. It's really good.
Delicious. One of the best things about Helsinki is that they do cafes right. It gets really cold here during the winter time, and so they know how to make a good coffee and a really good sandwich. We're gonna get some work done here before we go to the zoo. We're gonna wait till the sun starts coming down and it's beautiful outside. Yeah, we'll see you soon. about Helsinki is that it's made up of a bunch of islands. And last time we were here, we went to Suvenlina, which is a fortress island. But today, we are going to a zoo. And guess what? The whole island is the whole zoo. Where else in the world do they have that? So, I'm really looking forward to this because, like, I've never been to an island zoo before. And it's, what time is it? It's like 6 p.m. and the sun's still high in the sky. It's gonna be beautiful. In Washington State, where we're from, we have ferries, and so any city that has ferries reminds me so much of home and makes me so excited. I just love being by the sea, smelling the sea, hearing the seagulls. It's so nice, and one of the reasons why I love Helsinki. I cannot wait to get on this ferry. I'm really excited because, oh, it just gives me the feels. Feels like home.
Just hanging out the edge. It's €3.50 each one way, or you can get a round trip ticket for, you guessed it, €7. But I think we're gonna try and find our own way back afterwards, so we only got the one-way ticket.
Yeah. There's a bridge, so we can get across.
Arrived to the island. It is called
Korkeasaari.
Korkeasaari. We don't speak Finnish, but we asked the guy who we bought the tickets from, and he said that was pretty close.
Close enough.
Yeah. So after 6 p.m. until 7 p.m.
Yeah.
or is it after 5 till 6? Anyways, evening tickets are only €12 a piece for adults, and they're even cheaper for kids. So not bad. Walking around the zoo, and it is so pretty. We really love how beautiful it is. There's like, the habitats themselves are pretty well formulated. They're kind of left to grow and just go a little bit wild. They're not like highly manicured. They're not desolate like a lot of zoos that we've seen.
It's just a lot of like weeds and things that would normally grow in nature, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, and on top of that, some of the exhibits we've seen, they specifically stated that the animal that's there was rescued and rehabilitated. So it's not just that they're held in captivity, it's more that they have been resuscitated, I guess, which is nice. You know, a little bit, not all zoos are like that, so this is pretty cool to see.
I've ever been to before. It's an island, and we can come out to the beach literally anywhere on this, in the zoo. It's so cool. I love it. It's so beautiful. Right now, all the geese are having their babies. They're a bit aggressive. And there are places on the beach we're not allowed to go because they are aggressive for their babies, but this is so beautiful. We have to walk up this hill, but this dumb old goose decided to put their little babies nest right there, so they put a sign. It's so weird, like, do they know the goose is gonna lay its babies there? And they just put the sign right next to him. This is the second goose who has a sign literally right next to it.
Okay, watch out. We're not trying to cause trouble.
Yeah, go along the edge. No trouble here. Just going to try to see the moose. The bisons. Clear.
That's a close one.
I've already had one. If you watch our Instagram stories, you've already seen that I've had one run after me already, so I've learned my lesson. I'm staying clear. Okay, we figured it out with the geese. They actually do put the signs where the geese are, and these ones have red marks all around them. Like, that's their territory. There's literally one right here, and its territory is marked too. So just stay out of the way of the geese.
I'm telling you, they're dangerous.
Babies. They are. This one, we just came around the corner and started running towards us. But this is real zoo life experience, right? Like most animals are in cages. These ones are not, and you're running for your life. I decided to have a little fun myself. That's pretty bouncy. With the view. Are the colorful ones the boy or the girl?
I think the boys are colorful because they want the girls to look at them.
That's true. The boy ones are the beautiful, colorful ones.
And look, they're right here.
Look at all the ladies these ones have.
Woo!
Wow, it's a harem.
We're coming up on this goose, and it has caution tape. This one seems pretty serious.
I'm pretty sure he took someone's finger off to have this kind of rope and tape.
That is some serious business right there.
Oh my gosh. I'm keeping far from him. Yes, I am your mother.
What are you doing?
You're supposed to pretend like he ate me.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
I'm dying. The lizard ate me. I'm not gonna ever leave this zoo.
You realize there's gooses everywhere. Geese.
Just leave me.
And there's
forever.
geese poop everywhere.
Just leave me on the island forever.
You're likely lying on
I'll
goose poop.
die forever.
Okay, bye. Well, that was a fun day in Helsinki, Finland. Just the very beginning of our Nordic summer series. I'm super excited to share more of it with you.
Yeah, I cannot wait. There are so many things to come right now. It is so late and the sun is still out, and so there's so much daytime to do fun things here.
But it's actually nighttime.
Finland. Yeah, it's amazing. So we cannot wait to share with you. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
A huge shout out to all of our patrons who helped make this video possible. If you want to follow more, go to Instagram at WayAwayMag. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Way More, if you want to see way more from us.